Okay, well, first off, let me say I'm a cradle Catholic, so not sure if my opinions, well, my opinions are my opinions. So, the founder of Scientology was L. Ron Hubbard, a science fiction writer who wrote very prolifically. Well, I got interested in Scientology when I think I just graduated from high school. I read a novel and it was about Scientology. Didn't call it Scientology, but the things, really scary stuff that was going on in the book, or stuff that I'm seeing now when I watch the Scientology channel, and it's really scary. So now they have all the SP channels, but seems to be a war between the SP channel and the Aftermath channel. Mike Rinder, who I had a lot of interest in and thought he was wonderful, it turns out from some of the stuff I'm hearing from Aaron Smith-Levin, Mike Rinder isn't so wonderful, and I don't like that, how the mighty have fallen in my mind. So I watched several things of that over the weekend, watched some this morning. And Mike Rinder almost seems now like he's on David Miscavige's side. And Miscavige is a really gross kind of guy. Just some of the stuff about the Thetans and Xenu and all that stuff. And all I can think of is, how are they calling this a religion? It was set up by a guy that writes science fiction books. I mean, the OT, the operating Thetans, they sound like a science fiction thing. And people are donating millions and billions of dollars to an organization that was set up by a science fiction writer. That is what I have trouble with. Now the other channels, the SP channels, they all were in it, and they were very, I don't think pious is the right word, but they were definitely in the cult. The mindset of the cult, they were definitely in it. And then they started, the people that are now out started seeing things and feeling things, and that was like, how could that be? Why is that happening? That doesn't sound right. And so they gradually got out, and then now all of them realized they were in a cult, and the ones that were in it since they were children are seeing how they were used and abused. So now the people that have escaped Scientology are helping other people get out of it. Because it's so wild and obnoxious. Okay, and when L. Ron Hubbard died, a young guy came in, his name was David Miscavige, so now he is the head of Scientology. They make fun of him a lot because he's not very tall. I've never stood next to him, but I also understand that Tom Cruise, who is a card-carrying Scientologist, is several inches taller than David Miscavige, and he and David Miscavige are good friends. So David Miscavige is real little. One of the, Aaron Levin Smith has one of the, I think he may have even started the SPTV channels. STP being a suppressive person, that you are declared if you talk badly about Scientology. You are considered a subversive person. And So I believe there are 19 SPTV channels on YouTube at this time. And they're all different. They've all had their own experiences and their own thoughts about Scientology. Aaron Smith Levin is the one I watch the most. His channel is Growing Up in Scientology. His main concern about Scientology is how it breaks up families. Because, well, specifically, his mother got in it, and he and his twin got in it, and they were working, I believe it was 6th grade, they stopped going to school and started working for Scientology. And Aaron married a Scientologist, and after a while they decided they were seeing some things in Scientology that they didn't like and they were concerned about. So they decided to get out of Scientology. And his wife's family cut all ties with them. They live in the same neighborhood. They never talk to him. He has 3 girls that don't have maternal grandparents right now because the maternal grandparents have cut them off. And for those parents, it was either cut off Aaron's family or cut off the others, their other children that are in Scientology. And they chose to stay with the children that are in Scientology. He's the one that I know the most about because his is the channel I know the most. And anyway, that's what I know about Scientology and why I look at it to I guess, try to understand why people are so drawn to doing something so detrimental to their lives and be so strict with it. And someone started protesting Scientology by picketing the Scientology church in California. Now there's people picketing the one in California, the one in Austin, the one in Chicago, the one in Pittsburgh. I think there are some people starting a protest at one of the facilities in Canada. So a lot of the picketers are getting arrested for doing stuff, not crossing over onto their property or anything. They get reported for protesting. There's one guy that's called Defender. It's a DOA, and his channel is Defender of Ant. I don't know.
Keep going.
Oh.
She's talking.
Oh, Defender of Ants. And I think he's been arrested, I know twice, and then last night he was arrested again, and nobody can really believe he just keeps getting arrested. But he does, and he comes right through it and starts protesting again as soon as he gets out. So that's all I know about right now. That's my most recent observations.